Sunday, March 10th, and today has been a nutso day. And by that, I just mean, I kind of didn't really have the time to put in a ton of thought into my meals, so I mostly been relying on prepared meals that are ready to go in the fridge, which is a good thing for days like today. But even still, I think my body is feeling it because I have been hungry all day. I've been sluggish. I've been tired. So to be perfectly honest, other than the carbohydrates, I have not been counting my macros today. In fact, today has been so messed up. Yesterday, I made keto brownies, and they're actually pretty good. They're not sweet enough for my taste. The recipe that I followed, which is a recipe on YouTube that I'll link in the description box below, it didn't quite have enough of the sugar substitute for my liking. I'm used to, very sweet, fudgy, decadent brownies. These are right, by the way. I'm having one because, like I said, it's been that kind of day. Like I said, they're good. They're fudgy, kind of cakey, and just a little bit too dark chocolatey for my taste. And I like dark chocolate, so that tells you something. So next time I make these, I'm going to add probably about a half a cup more of a Swerve substitute. And I bet that'll probably make them right around to where I like them. And like I said, even though today has been a messed up day, I have not cheated. I have not touched anything that's something that I can't have. Anytime I've been hungry, I have gone immediately for keto-approved snacks. And speaking of keto-approved snacks, my husband and I the other day, we were talking about one of the new Marvel movies that's coming up, and he was just like, wait a minute, you can never have popcorn again, can you? And I was just like, no, I can't. That's one of those things that I'm just never going to be able to find a substitute for. But you know what? I found one. Pork rinds. And before anybody kind of has that disgusting memory of their dad sitting in their chair, having a drink and eating pork rinds, they're actually really good. And they're actually one of the best keto substitutes in place of like crackers and breading. Like, for example, I make meatloaf at least once a month for my family. We're big meatloaf fans, but it's made with regular crackers. So obviously I can't have it. And a keto recipe that I read says I can substitute the crackers for the pork rinds, and they serve the exact same purpose of, a binding to hold everything together. So I'm going to do that for popcorn. In fact, we're having a little dinner and a movie night home date tomorrow night, and while he has his popcorn, I'm going to have a small bowl of pork rinds. So nice little substitute there. Anyways, that's it. To be honest, this is one of those days where it's just all like, it's hard to keep track. And I don't know if I consider this a cheat day or what I would consider. It's just the truth is, this is part of lifestyle changes. Is every now and again you're going to have a day where it's like, I don't want to count. I don't want to be strict. I don't want to do any of it. And I think that's okay because, you're adjusting your whole life. And I've been on this for about 3.5 weeks now. I think it makes sense that today I'm kind of all like, just forget it. As long as I don't go over my carbohydrate macros, everything will be fine. As long as every day is not like this. But you know what? I guess we'll see whether or not I'm speaking the truth or totally talking out of my butt here this Saturday when I do my next weigh-in. See you guys.
Wanna stay in the sun where I find I know it's hard sometimes. Pieces of peace in the sun.
Okay, so I had a doctor's appointment earlier today to just, check all of my vitals, check that everything's doing okay, especially on ketogenic, and, that I'm not making myself bad by losing the weight this way. I'm going in for a blood test tomorrow morning to double check everything and see what's under the skin, but as far as the doctor can tell, everything looks good, and I'm doing the right stuff. I'm making sure I'm eating vegetables with every one of my meals. I home cook everything. I rarely eat out, so everything looks good. But I want to talk today about something that I don't think a lot of people talk about when it comes to changing your lifestyle. And that is how you have some days where you just want instant gratification. That's different from the days where you want to cheat. I don't feel like cheating today. I'm not like, oh, I just want bread. I just want a gooey brownie. I want all this stuff. It's not like that at all. It's just one of those days where I am like, I feel blah. And I feel like, I wish I was thinner. I've been on this for a while. Why can't I see the results? It's just one of those days. And it's one of those days where you just have to power through it and be like, you'll get there. It's just going to take some time. And part of my problem is I'm pretty sure I have wintertime blues. It's just been so nasty and cruddy around, and it's finally sunny out today, so I'm taking my kids for a little outing, which I'm sure the sunshine and everything will help me. But yeah, that's something a lot of people won't talk about, is how sometimes you just have your days where you kind of question, why the heck am I doing this if I can't even see anything? And those are the hardest days that you just have to power through and be all like, be patient. Tomorrow's a whole nother day. Stay the course. I've got my whole menu planned out. I'm staying the course. I had enough macros today that I could make some keto bread to have a nice sandwich with today. And I also have enough macros that I can enjoy my last keto brownie. So that's good, because I can definitely tell you I need chocolate to survive today. See you guys. Nasty cold that I've been fighting for a couple of days, and today seemed to have taken a turn for the worse. I'm all stuffed up. I can hardly breathe. My throat hurts. So I have made myself some homemade chicken zoodle soup with zucchini noodles instead of regular noodles, so that way I can, stick to my no carbohydrate thing. But who knows how much sugar there is in medicine, and I have got to make it I'm not going to make it without some Dayquil and some NyQuil. So I don't know what kind of effect that's going to have on me when I weigh in tomorrow morning, but we'll have to see. Thanks. Okay, so thanks to doing some serious self-medicating yesterday, I'm on the mend from my little head cold. Still a little bit congested, so I've just been taking some decongestants and sucking on some cough drops now and then again today. And at my weigh-in, I have lost 1 pound this week. Thank heavens, because I was positive that with all the sugar that's in, cough syrups and stuff like that, I wasn't going to lose a thing. If anything, I was probably going to gain something back. But nope, I got on the scale this morning and I was down 1 pound, which given the circumstances is way better than nothing. So that puts me at 303 pounds, only 3 pounds away from the 300 mark, and I cannot wait. So just got to keep pushing along. Finish fighting off this head cold, eating my chicken zoodle soup and keeping up with it, and then hopefully in a couple of days I'll be right back on track where I need to be, and I'll be back to about 2-3 pounds a week again. But hey, like I said, 1 pound is nothing to sneeze at given the circumstances. That's awesome for me. Let me see what else. I've discovered that coconut flour has way less net carbohydrates than almond flour does. So whenever I've been feeling a hankering for I just want some toast and that kind of thing, I've been leaning more towards coconut flour bread than almond bread, because it's, like I said, it's way less net carbohydrates. At the end of it, almond bread is 9 carbohydrates for a serving, and coconut flour bread is only 2 net carbohydrates for a serving. So yeah, you can see which one's easier. The thing about coconut flour, though, is it absorbs way more moisture than almond flour does. So almond flour doesn't require nearly as much moisture in order to make anything with it. Coconut flour, however, does. So, it's not terrible. I mean, I just have to add a bit more fat and liquid and that kind of thing in order for something to, congeal the right way. But hey, like I said, I'm not complaining. I'll just get used to cooking with a little bit more coconut flour so I can make sure I'm not going over on my carbohydrate intake. Anyway, 1 pound down. We'll see you guys next week. Bye. Taking my time.